Welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I started the mission. Its name is C2W, which is to destroy the communications equipment. I actually finished it, got D-Dog as well, and then I realized I wasn't actually recording because, well, you can thank Shadowplay. Anyway, the thing that annoys me with the game is that you have to do missions in order to figure out what all the side objectives are. Anyway.
Boss, information warfare is more than just intel gathering. It also means disrupting enemy communications. Your mission is to punch a hole in the comms network between the Soviet outposts. That'll cut off their means to call in reinforcements. Technically, we were given this mission by a Western-backed Arab organization supporting the guerrillas. But it'll also give us a leg up in the future. Take a look at the location of the Eastern Communications Post on your iDroid. Head there and destroy its comms equipment. He who controls information controls operations. Just look at Cipher. Good luck, boss.
Alright. Now there's a bonus objective which I can complete here, and that is to find some prisoners. Just need to figure out where they are. Alright, that's one. If he succeeds, there's a chance of fail.
Okay, subject is in.
Nice job, Kojima. Oh, thanks for the lighting. Wait, it's there. I found where they were, then I tried to extract them, and then one of the Fultons failed, and he died. Come on. Right.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Alright.
Потерял противника. Ищу последней точки соприкосновения. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Будьте начеку и найдите противника. Конец связи.
Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic arm. Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think? I can still feel my real arm. Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertip.
Sounds like phantom.
Sometimes it's best to fall back. The enemy won't want to leave the base. It's too risky. I doubt they'd chase you very far.
Shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah. The doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that?
I think so.
When?
Right after I wake up, colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Why aren't they discussing the horsemen of the apocalypse that they encountered? Just point.
Ocelot. I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it.
We found out there's an English-speaking soldier somewhere in the region. He's a language specialist. His role is to translate information related to the West into Russian. If we can get him to join us, we'll have the upper hand in information warfare. Find this language specialist and extract him.
Calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also...
For some reason, my key assignments got reset. It's because the game crashed or something like those lines, anyway.
Heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that.
That's the target.
It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me?
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield. And that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword. A type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves, and by the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
So half gulag, half hero sword. Is a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand.
That Soviet soldier in the green beret is speaking English. Must be a language specialist. With him on our side, we'd be capable of Russian interpretation support. Try and extract him.
In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
They should go. Oh, yeah. They'll go down. I'll get this guy as well and fold them all of them out.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
This better work.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Side op completed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function added.
Boss,
Development
that language
data
specialist you
system
extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
Yeah, maybe help me find those diamonds.
So SALT 2 still hasn't gone into effect.
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the US and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT 2 talks back then.
You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker. They were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The US-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish. To make the world one.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Philosopher's Legacy. The secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to
You
become...
made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Covered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will. Until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintain limited...
That antenna is one of the targets. There should be more. Keep looking.
The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cipher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cipher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cipher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean. And then at the
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
They learn.
Well, shit.
Where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean.
First, you have to identify the targets. Recon the site with your binoculars. That's another one of the targets. Do you see any more? Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while you...
Map has been
That looks like the target.
updated.
We know where all the antennas are now. Take out all 3 of them. How you do it is your call.
Alright. I'll use C4, by the way.
Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you.
Okay.
У нас могут быть нарушители. Конец связи.
I guess they do wake up.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
помощь! Конец связи!
Container.
Копайте, Дмитрий! Потерял противника из вида! Ищу последние точки соприкосновения! Прием! ЛКП, понял. Обстреливайте сектор. Но осторожно. Конец связи.
I guess that's the container, isn't it? But it wouldn't work. I don't have the capability to do so right now.
Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you. Good work. You completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
Diamonds.
Momentarily.
Shit. Yeah, diamonds hidden near here, but where? In the canyon? Maybe?
ЛКП, понял. Проверьте, но осторожно. Конец связи.
I'm not sure if suppressors actually do break down like that. I guess they would, wouldn't they?
Это Зоя 2. Враг ушел. Начинаю поиск. Прием. ЛКП, понял. Следи за ними. Не позволяйте выходить вам. Конец связи.
You're done for. Let's kill all of them.
Потерял противника. Ищу последние точки соприкосновения. Прием. ЛКП, понял. Будьте очень внимательны. Реагируйте на каждое движение.
Outpost captured.
Where would that cache be? Keep in mind it said near the outpost. Wait.
Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims have revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation, and the cycle of vengeance goes on.
Huh, okay. I've searched. I can't find it. I thought I would be able to climb. Anyway. Maybe here. Nope.
medicinal plant. We can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent.
Well, I guess that's useful. I can run around here like a fucking imbecile all I want. I probably won't find them. Though taking out the communications post that will probably help me. I wonder if we're gonna meet the Mujahideen in this game. Maybe, who knows?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Let's see up there. Would be easy for me to finish the mission, by the way.
Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. What? You're going back?
Yeah. Oh god.
Out of ammo? Let the support unit help out if you need to restock. Transmit a request from your iDroid and I'll send supplies right away.
Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Huh?
This is P-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Well, mission accomplished, I guess.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Yep.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. I guess it all worked out in the end.
Yeah. Terrible way, but hey. The horse, I guess, upgraded. So. Alright.
Side ops list
The
updated.
side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve. Objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
UTH Blackfoot. Let's not get crazy here. Yeah, no need to change that. There's a lot of lag here. DD. I don't get why there's lag in this part though. I guess I should install those NVIDIA drivers. Yeah, until I do that, there's no point trying to change this. It's too fucking laggy.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
Burkov. You mean Makarov, perhaps? Nice.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
Alright. So I got DD, as I mentioned earlier. Now I'm gonna try and find him.
Boss, thank you for making me a diamond. I look forward to serving under you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is my place. My base. Oh, that's the flashlights. Although the way the weapons are, like the way that sniper rifle is on his back is ridiculous. It should be pointing up, like the barrel should be pointing up. That would make more sense. Battlefield knows where it's at. Metal Gear doesn't. And we still have invisible. We still have weapons held by invisible straps. Anyway, that's it. Costin, signing out.